Coming in of Sanjay Raut, and this is him coming out of the ED office. He is going to be taken to the Sessions Court. Before that, he will be taken for his medicals. Mir is now back with us. Mir, talk to us about what you're seeing around you.
Absolutely, there is a lot of commotion at this point as security personnel are trying to just make way for these two particular cars. In one, the Innova is Sanjay Raut, who's just stepped out of ED. He was wearing the same saffron stole that he was carrying yesterday. Didn't really greet or wave to the crowds at this point. Clearly meant business. He will be taken straight to JJ Hospital, where the medical tests will be conducted before he will be produced in court. But at this point, Sanjay Raut is as close as possible. That is Sanjay Raut really not getting any chance to speak to the media. That's the car rushing off. But yes, police. There is tremendous police protection, and that's why these are ED officers who will be accompanying Sanjay Raut inside the court. So there are two vehicles in which Sanjay Raut is escorted all the way to the JJ Hospital. Apart from that, there are several other police personnel who are following to ensure that there is no sort of untowardly incident, no gathering of crowd, obstructing of this particular convoy that is taking Sanjay Raut to JJ Hospital. But yes, at this point, the visuals and the mood, it seemed, of Sanjay Raut was completely different from what it was yesterday. Yesterday, when he was detained at his residence, Sanjay Raut did really come out of his car and wave to people and really gave that indication that he will fight till the end. But today, the body language was different. He really didn't wave to anyone. Yes, he did greet some of the journalists who were trying to quiz him or ask him one or two questions. But that's about it. Sanjay Raut came out, went straight into the car, and now he's headed to JJ Hospital, where the medical test will take place. Right. After which we'll have to see whether this particular convoy returns back to the ED office and then subsequently goes to the court, or he's taken straight to court after his medical examination.
So as Mir was pointing out, there we saw a defiant Sanjay Raut once again waving that saffron stole. The message that is being sent out is that we will not bow down to the pressure or the misuse of the agencies as they've been claiming by the central government. Let me bring in my colleague Herman also. So Herman, we've already seen Sanjay Raut with the ED officials leaving the ED office, moving towards the JJ Hospital. Approximately what is the distance between both these areas, and how soon before we see Sanjay Raut reaching the JJ Hospital?
Well, yes, normally it would be around 10 to 15 minutes, but because of the traffic, there can be an additional delay. But since, there is a lot of police bandobast along the way, it is only a matter of time, I would say roughly around 10 minutes, Ridhima, which is when he is expected to be brought from here, from gate number 8. This is usually from where most of the politicians and all are brought for their medicals. If I can show you in my background, you will see there are Mumbai police personnel who have been posted here to ensure that there is no chaos, no law and order situation. The reason is, one, because he's a high-profile politician. Secondly, because this is a busy road, ambulances keep coming and going. And the third most important is that since it's one of Mumbai's largest hospitals, a lot of patients do also come here. So to ensure there is no hindrance to them, you have Mumbai police that has been posted here. But yesterday, Ridhima, we've seen the sort of show of support that Sanjay Raut enjoyed outside his residence, after that even to some extent outside the ED office. But today, not a single, supporter here at the JJ Hospital, not even, to express their solidarity with him. Besides that, we do know that some of the documents have already been brought in here related to his health, which will be clubbed together along with the medicals for the doctor's expert opinion, and that could be one of the grounds upon which he could be opposing the custody that ED is going to seek of his for 10 days. Now, looking at the sort of timeline, it is roughly around an hour and a half since it will take for the medicals to be conducted here. After that, he can be either taken back towards the ED office or straight away to the PMLA court. But I would say, just by looking at the timeline right now, it seems that it is only in the second half that Sanjay Raut would in fact be taken to the PMLA court, where he would be presented and the ED would seek his 10-day custody.
So, Herman, you're saying you feel that it could only be in the second half of the day when we could see more developments and more clarity in terms of the custody that is going to be asked by the Enforcement Directorate. as well. But this is again led to a fresh flashpoint between the BJP and the Uddhav Thackeray Sena camp, which they feel is a misuse of central agencies. Could you talk to us about some of the reactions that we've picked up so far? Herman, can you hear me?
Well, Ridhima, no, your audio is extremely faint. Could you repeat it?
I was just essentially trying to understand, even as we continue to track all these developments, this has led to a fresh flashpoint between the BJP and the Uddhav Thackeray Sena camp, where the Uddhav Thackeray Sena camp once again alleging that this is a misuse of central agencies. But Herman, I'll request you to stay on with us. We're getting some ground reports as well.
जुटते हैं तो फिर वहां पर लोगों को नियंत्रित किया जा सके। आगे बढ़ते हुए कुछ फासला और है, कुछ दूरी में हम पहुंच जाएंगे जेजे अस्पताल में। उसके बाद आधे घंटे का समय लगेगा जब ये पूरी प्रक्रिया होगी, फिर उनको सेशंस कोर्ट में पेश किया जाएगा। हम भी फॉलो करते हुए आगे बढ़ते हुए ये तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं मुंबई से, जहां पर ईडी का शिकंजा कस चुका है संजय राउत, शिवसेना के सांसद प्रवक्ता। अपने बेबाक बोल के लिए जाने जाते हैं। जब भी शिवसेना मुसीबत में होती है हमेशा आगे आते हैं, लेकिन बीजेपी का आरोप यह है कि वो सामना अखबार चलाते हैं, सामना के संपादक हैं, लेकिन जब ईडी से उनका आमना सामना होता है तो फिर वो सवालों का जवाब क्यों नहीं देते हैं। भ्रष्टाचार तो हुआ है, 1000 करोड़ से ऊपर का घोटाला तो हुआ है, और जब कानूनी प्रक्रिया के तहत ये सब हो रहा है तो फिर चीजों को यहाँ पर बदलने की कोशिश क्यों हो रही है। संजय राउत की तरफ से ये कहा जा रहा है कि झूठे दस्तावेज है, दस्तावेज तैयार किए जा रहे हैं, असली दस्तावेज तो है ही नहीं। ये संजय राउत, उनके भाई सुनील राउत, हमने उद्धव ठाकरे को कल सुना जब वो मीडिया से मुखातिब होते हैं कि लोगों को ये समझना होगा, खासकर उनका निशाना बीजेपी की तरफ था कि जब सरकार में थे तो वो सहयोगी थे, तो इस तरह की बदले की कार्रवाई ना की जाए। ये बीजेपी लगातार आरोप शिवसेना बीजेपी पर लगा रही है, लेकिन बीजेपी का कहना है कि सच तो सामने आएगा, सच कड़वा होता है। और ये भी कहा गया कि जब पैसों का गबन किया गया था, जब संजय राउत की पत्नी के बैंक खातों में, वर्षा राउत के बैंक खातों में पैसे ट्रांसफर किए गए थे, तो उस वक्त संजय राउत कहां पर थे। और आप ये भी समझिए कि जब 2020 में प्रवीण राउत से पूछताछ होती है तो फिर उसके बाद जो वर्षा राउत, संजय राउत की पत्नी है, उनके खाते में जो पैसे ट्रांसफर किए जाते हैं, वो पैसे, कुछ पैसे वापस उनकी पत्नी के बैंक खाते में ट्रांसफर कर दिए जाते हैं। तो पूरा खेल है जो पत्रा चौल घोटाला है। पत्रा चौल को इसमें 3000 से ज्यादा फ्लैट्स बनाए जाने थे, जिसमें जिम्मा था प्रवीण राउत के ऊपर, जो कि बिल्डर थे। लेकिन ये जानकारी सामने आती है कि 2011 में वो कुछ हिस्सा दूसरी कंपनी को बेच देते हैं, और फिर पैसों का गबन का ये मामला है, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का मामला निकल करके सामने आता है। और अब हम जा रहे हैं जेजे अस्पताल, जहां पर संजय राउत का मेडिकल होना है। वहां से क्या तस्वीर निकल करके सामने आती है ये देखना होगा। और बड़ी खबर हम आपको बता दें कि उद्धव ठाकरे शिवसेना सांसद संजय राउत के घर जा सकते हैं, ये जानकारी निकल करके सामने आई है। क्योंकि संजय राउत कल जो उनसे पूछताछ हुई थी उनके घर पर, लगभग 9 घंटे ईडी की टीम उनके घर पर रही थी, और पहले फ्लोर पर उनसे पूछताछ हुई थी। उनके परिवार के बाकी लोगों को दूसरे फ्लोर पर रखा गया था। कई अहम दस्तावेज भी मिले थे। इसमें यह जानकारी निकल करके सामने आई है कि जो पत्रा चौल घोटाला है उसमें बाकी जो सफेद पोश लोग हैं उन पर भी अब गिरफ्तारी की तलवार लटक रही है। कल रात को 12 बजे संजय राउत को गिरफ्तार किया जाता है। जो उनके हाव भाव थे, भाव भंगिमा थी, वो उसको देख करके समझ में आ गया था रात में जब वो मीडिया से मुखातिब हुए थे कि आगे की राह उनके लिए मुश्किल रहने वाली है, आसान नहीं है। लेकिन संजय राउत ने साफ कर दिया कि वो झुकेंगे नहीं, वो आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे, ना ही वो शिवसेना को छोड़ेंगे। ये जो बदले की कार्रवाई है, शिवसेना को तोड़ने की कोशिश है, कार्यकर्ताओं का मनोबल तोड़